This is ntgreek.net, lesson 9. Today we'll be talking about prepositions, compound verbs, and the conjunction hate. Let's talk first about prepositions. In English, prepositions are words like in, over, from. A preposition introduces a prepositional phrase. In the following examples, the highlighted phrases are the prepositional phrases. He was sitting on the chair. The man in the car is the driver. In each prepositional phrase, there's an object of the preposition. In the first example, chair is the object of the preposition on. In the second example, car is the object of the preposition in. In Greek, it is very important to learn what cases can be used with a given preposition and to note what meaning is associated with the preposition for each case. Some prepositions consistently take only one case. Other prepositions may take 2 or 3 different cases and have varying meanings depending on which case is used. You must associate the case and the meaning together when learning a preposition. For example, you should not be content to learn that en means in. Rather, you must learn that en used with the dative case means in. In John chapter 17, verse 13, notice that kosmo, the object of the preposition en, is in the dative case. I speak these things en to cosmo, in the world. En is the preposition. Cosmo is the object of the preposition. It's in the dative case. And of course, to is dative because it must agree with the noun it modifies. Learn the following prepositions associating each case used with the corresponding meaning. Apa is a preposition that is used with the genitive case. Its object is in the genitive case, and it means from. Acre is a preposition used with the genitive case, and its object, or it means until, as far as. Its object will be in the genitive case. Dia may be used either with the accusative case or the genitive case. That is, its object may be either accusative or genitive. But the phrase will mean something different. The preposition will mean something different depending on which case is used. When dia is used with an object in the accusative case, it means on account of. When dia is used with an object in the genitive case, it means through. Think of the English word diameter, which is the measure through something. Ace, used with the accusative case, means unto or into. Ek, or eggs, when it is preceding a word beginning with a vowel, is used with the genitive case, and it means out of. En is used with the dative case. It means in. Enopian is used with the genitive case. It means before. Exo is used with the genitive case, and it means outside of. Heos is used with the genitive case, and it means as far as or until. Very similar to acre. Kata is used either with an object in the accusative case or an object in the genitive case. When the object is in the accusative case, kata may mean according to. When the object is in the genitive case, kata may mean against or down from. Meta is a preposition that may have its object in the accusative case or the genitive case. When its object is in the accusative case, it means after. When its object is in the genitive case, it means with. Pere is a preposition that may be used with the accusative case or the genitive case. When its object is in the accusative case, it means around. When its object is in the genitive case, pere means concerning. Pra is used with the genitive case and means before. Don't confuse this with pros, which is used with the accusative case and means to or toward. Soon is used with the dative case and means with. Huper is a preposition whose object may be accusative or genitive. When the object is accusative, huper means over or above. When the object is in the genitive case, huper means on behalf of. Upa may be used with the accusative case or the genitive case. When its object is in the accusative case, it means under. When its object is in the genitive case, it means by. Many prepositions can be thought of geometrically or spatially. Consider the prepositions represented in the graphic below, noting carefully the case with which the indicated meaning is associated. You'll actually have a couple of practice pages where you'll have versions of this diagram. Let's go on and take a look at those. We go to the assignment page. Click on the word practice here. You'll see this diagram, but you'll notice the prepositions are obscured. Instead, you have a question mark. So here we have an arrow pointing away from the diagram and a G indicating the genitive case. So if we point to the question mark, we'll see that the preposition that means or indicates away from and used with the genitive case is apa. So over here on the left, we have an arrow pointing toward the diagram used with the accusative case. If we point to the question mark, we'll see that the preposition that would indicate this idea is pros. We have another version of this diagram here. This time, what you do is you point to the question mark to see what case the preposition needs its object to be. So here, apa needs its preposition to be in the genitive case. Over here, pros needs its object to be in the accusative case. You can click on the diagram and you can see all of the prepositions and cases indicated. Let's go back to the assignment, to the lesson page, and talk about compound verbs. Prepositions are often combined with verbs to form compound words. The effect of the preposition on the meaning of the verb varies, but we can loosely categorize most of these effects as follows. The meaning of the preposition is combined with the meaning of the verb. For example, bino means I go. Remember that kata can mean down. Accordingly, kata bino means I go down. A second result of the combination of a preposition and a verb is that the meaning of the verb is intensified. Compounds intensified by a prefix preposition are sometimes called perfectives because the action is viewed as carried out to perfection, that is, to completion. For example, esteo means eat, but when kata is prefixed to form katasteo, the meaning is devour. See katasteo used in Mark chapter 12 and verse 40. Here, perhaps we see something reminiscent of an English idiom that makes the Greek seem less strange. If we talk about someone devouring his food, we may say he eats it up. The meaning of the verb is unaffected in some instances where a verb and a preposition are combined. Kalupto is cover. In a number of passages in the Septuagint, which is a Greek translation of the Old Testament scriptures, katakalupto means cover and is hardly, if at all, to be distinguished from kalupto. Notice that the final vowel of kata is dropped when the preposition is prefixed to esteo. Compound is katasteo, not kataesteo. This will happen anytime a preposition with a final vowel is prefixed to a verb beginning with a vowel, except in the cases of pere and pra. In those two instances, the final vowel of the preposition is retained. Often, when a preposition is expressed as part of a compound verb, it is repeated in its own right elsewhere in the sentence. Ek bale ek tu thesaurou autou. He brings out of his treasure. Ek bale means bring out, but then we have the ek repeated. And this should not seem all that strange. We will sometimes say, enter into a room, or something like that. Enter already conveys the idea of movement into something, but we repeat the preposition. Hate. Hate is a conjunction used to introduce an object clause. It will often be translated that, but it does not mean that in the sense of the demonstrative pronoun that. Remember, we studied the demonstrative pronouns this and that, hutus and acanus. The word hate does not mean that in that sense. Hate is that when it is used to introduce an object clause, often following a verb of mental perception. I know that, I hear that, I see that. And then the clause introduced by that tells you what is known or what is seen or what is heard. I know that you are enjoying studying Greek. You are enjoying studying Greek is what is known. It's the object, and the whole object clause of the verb know is introduced by hate, that. But hate also can mean because. And hate may be used to introduce a quotation. I pointed you to your textbook here, pages 74 through 76. If you'll take a look at that, there's a good discussion of hate that will explain the nuances there. So we'll take a look at the assignment page. I've already mentioned the two links to the practice pages for the prepositions. Be sure and learn these two adverbs, hate and tate, when and then. And your homework, first of all from the textbook, and then you have the English to Greek and Greek to English exercises online here. The English to Greek, or rather the Greek to English exercises include a couple of sentences that are directly out of the New Testament. More and more now we will be using passages from the New Testament in our translations. Do well.